Title: Inside Bay 3. The warehouse didn't look dangerous from the outside. Just another brick building off the highway. Trailers lined up, faded logo, forklifts moving like ants under yellow lights. But if you stood still long enough, you'd notice something off. Too quiet between the noise. Too organized for chaos. Too controlled. And that's exactly why Mateo Cruz chose it. He didn't clock in. He didn't wear a badge. He came to break in. 11:47 p.m. Night shift in full motion. Inside, workers moved pallets of spaghetti, rotini, jumbo shells, manicotti, scanning, stacking, yelling across aisles. Production lines rattled like machines that never slept. Outside, Mateo crouched behind a parked trailer. Black hoodie, gloves, backpack. Inside that bag, bolt cutters, mini camera, flash drive, and a gun he hoped he wouldn't use. He wasn't there to steal. He was there to prove something. Because 3 months ago, his brother worked here and disappeared. No goodbye, no record, no trace. Just gone. Mateo slipped along the side of the building, hugging the shadows. He knew the layout. Receiving docks to the left, shipping to the right, production in the center, and somewhere inside, Bay 3. The place nobody talked about, the place that didn't exist on paper. He reached a side door near receiving. Locked. He pulled out the cutters. Snap, chain dropped. He slipped inside. Instant noise, forklifts beeping, radios crackling, boxes sliding. The smell hit him, dry pasta and machine oil. He moved fast, blending in between stacked pallets. Workers barely looked at him. Night shift didn't question strangers. They minded their business. Because in this place, curiosity got people erased. Mateo kept his head down, walking deeper. He passed receiving. Big mistake. He saw it immediately. A pallet labeled manicotti, bulk, cracked open. Inside, not pasta. Wrapped bricks, dozens. He froze. So it was true. This place wasn't just a warehouse. It was a pipeline. Drugs in, money out, hidden in plain sight. Yo! Mateo turned slowly. A forklift driver stared at him. Where your vest at? Mateo didn't answer. Didn't run. He stepped closer instead. Too close. The driver felt it. That tension, that wrong energy. Mateo whispered, Bay 3, where is it? The driver laughed nervously. You don't want to go there, bro. Mateo grabbed him by the shirt. Where? The driver pointed. Back wall, past packaging, red door. Mateo let him go. Forget you saw me. The driver nodded fast. Didn't even breathe. Mateo moved again. Now faster, now reckless. He crossed into packaging. Machine sealing boxes. Workers taping nonstop. But something felt off. Too many damaged boxes. Too many reseals. Too many labels getting swapped. This wasn't packaging. This was disguise. Then the lights flickered. Once, twice. Everything stopped. Every machine, every voice. Silence dropped like a weight. Then, 3 loud horn blasts. Mateo froze. Workers stepped back instantly, like they'd practiced it, like they feared it. A path opened across the floor, straight to the back wall, straight to the red door. Bay 3. The door opened slowly, and what Mateo saw wasn't a room. It was another world. Clean, bright, quiet. Inside, men in suits. Tables full of product, money counters, guns, and at the center, a man standing calm, watching everything. El Director. Mateo stepped forward. No hiding now, no blending in, just walking straight into the heart of it. Workers stared. Some backed away. Nobody stopped him. Because everyone knew, if someone walks into Bay 3 like that, either they're crazy or they're already dead. El Director looked up, eyes sharp, focused. You're not supposed to be here. Mateo stopped a few feet away. My brother worked here. No reaction. He disappeared. Silence. Mateo's voice tightened. I want to know what you did to him. El Director studied him, then smiled. Small, controlled. What was his name? Daniel Cruz. That name shifted something, just slightly. El Director nodded once. I remember him. Mateo's fists clenched. Where is he? El Director stepped closer, close enough to whisper, working. Mateo blinked. What? Working, El Director repeated. Like you are now. Mateo shook his head. No. He vanished. No, El Director said calmly. He was promoted. Suddenly. Movement behind Mateo. Too late. Hands grabbed him, forced him down, gun pressed to his head. Workers surrounded him, weapons out. El Director didn't flinch. He crouched in front of Mateo. You came looking for truth, he said. Now you're inside it. Mateo struggled. Where is he? El Director stood, then pointed deeper inside Bay 3. Bring him. From the shadows. Someone walked forward. Slow, heavy steps. Mateo's heart stopped. Because it was him, Daniel. Alive, but different. Clean clothes. No fear. No hesitation. Eyes cold. Empty. Bro, Mateo whispered. Daniel didn't smile. Didn't react. Just stared. You're alive. Daniel stepped closer. You shouldn't have come. Mateo shook his head. They said you disappeared. I did, Daniel cut in. From that life. Mateo looked confused. What are you talking about? Daniel leaned in. This place? He gestured around. It's not a warehouse. It's a system. Mateo's voice cracked. They're criminals. Daniel laughed. No. Then he said something that hit harder than anything. They're protected. Mateo froze. What? Daniel looked at El Director, then back at Mateo. You think this runs without help? Silence. They know. Police, inspectors, people higher than you can imagine. Mateo's world cracked. This is bigger than you think. El Director stepped forward again. You came here to expose us, he said. But now, you have a choice. Mateo looked up. A choice? Join, El Director said simply. Or disappear like the ones who ask too many questions. Mateo looked at his brother. You chose this? Daniel nodded. Because I saw what it really is. And what is it? Mateo asked. Daniel answered without hesitation. Power. Everything went quiet again. Forklifts in the distance. Machines restarting slowly. The world outside Bay 3, continuing like nothing happened. Mateo closed his eyes, thinking fast, hard. Then he laughed. Low, unexpected. El Director tilted his head. You find this funny? Mateo looked up. Yeah. He reached slowly into his hoodie. Everyone tensed, guns ready. But instead of a weapon, he pulled out a small device, blinking, red light, recording. I've been live this whole time. Silence, pure silence. El Director's smile disappeared. Mateo grinned. Everything is out there now. For the first time. El Director looked uncertain. Daniel stepped back. What did you do? Mateo stood up slowly. No more secrets. Sirens, loud, real, closer than before. Chaos exploded. Workers panicked. Guns raised. Orders shouted. But this time, it wasn't controlled. It was real. Mateo looked at his brother one last time. You still got time. Daniel didn't move, didn't answer. Mateo backed away, toward the exit, toward the noise, toward the truth breaking open. And as the doors of Bay 3 slammed behind him, the warehouse that once hid everything finally started collapsing under its own weight. You just stepped inside Bay 3. But trust me, this is only the beginning. If you want more insane twists, darker stories, and real tension, hit like and subscribe. Because the next story, it goes even deeper.